Hello everyone, welcome back to our virtual videos from home. Today we're doing something a little different than usual. We're decorating a cake. Now whether you make your own recipe for a cake or you make it from a box or even you buy those ready-made bundt cakes, the ones with the hole in the middle, any of those would work for the way we're decorating today. It's an easy way to decorate things that doesn't involve a lot of gadgets or skills or stuff like that. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So you could slice that cake in half and put some icing in the middle to make it more moist, like about a cup of the icing in the middle to make it more moist and more tastier, which I did for the sake of time. You could skip that step altogether. It's an easy step. It's just cutting the cake, slicing the cake horizontally and spreading it doesn't have to be perfect, spreading the icing and then putting the second half back. And like I just had a head start on it. So the first thing we do, it's good to invest in this is called an offset spatula. Like you see, it's curved like that. It's very good for cakes and it's good for a lot of things. So it's good to invest in at least one of those. Now this is a butter cream icing that I made. It's really good. It's a mix of butter and vegetable shortening. I put a few drops of coloring in it. Coloring these days can come from like plant-based ingredients, so it's not bad for you, as it's we all know it usually is. So the first thing to start is to start from the top. You need to do the top first. So put a good amount on the top, and then with the back of the spatula, we start to spread it around. As you will see later, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna be sprinkling some coconut on it, so it will hide any imperfections for those who don't have a lot of experience in icing cakes and stuff like that. It's a blessing actually. So the icing is a little cold. It should be a little warmer than this, so it will spread easier, but it's good. So we do, like I said, the top first, and then we're gonna start putting some around the cake, all around like this. So you know you have enough for to cover the whole thing. We keep going around until we have enough to ice the whole thing. Turning, if you have a plate like this that like call it a lazy Susan that turns itself, it's fine. If not, you just use your hand and turn around your so now we start the smoothing of the cake. So we start spreading it around like this. We do the same for the sides. We try to cover it all, so we don't see any. Like I said, that the icing is a little colder than it should be. That's why it's not spreading as fast as it should, but it will warm up as we go, so it should be okay. So I'm gonna be smoothing it all around, and I will be back and show you how it should be looking like in a few minutes. Okay, so this is how it looks like now. It's not perfect, as you can see, and it's not supposed to be. It's the reason why is because we're adding the coconut. So this is shredded unsweetened coconut that I'm using here. I put a couple of drops of coloring in it, and I just keep on shaking it until it spreads all around. And you could change the color obviously to whatever color you like. Today we're using the pink. So the way how we're gonna use it's gonna be messy obviously, but that's why we have this one here. So the way to do it is to fill your hand like this, and then you put your hand on the cake, and then you move the tray around like this. Okay, so you see you're gonna have a lot of ones that are gonna fall off it, which is okay, because this is the best way to do it. So we're gonna be covering the whole cake like that. Gonna keep on adding more and more until it's all covered. The sides are all covered. This is why I told you it's an easy cake to do for somebody who does not have a lot of experience in decorating cake, because it covers all the imperfections in it. So keep going, we're almost there. You see there's a lot of left that are left here on the tray. You could leave them for as a decoration touch, or you could clean them up. As you can see, you could see if there's any spots that are still not covered. You will go around until all of it is. You could just use this stuff here till it's all is good and looks, you know, covered up completely. Now we could use this part here to sprinkle some on top too. You see, it's gonna be all covered, so there's no need to be fussy, or you know, you could just spread it evenly everywhere until it's all nice and covered. We have this device here that's usually used for smoothing the icing, which I can use here also for making sure we clean all the cake. To take it around like this to remove all the extras here. Or you could use your offset spatula. If you don't have this would work as well too. You could just take it around like this and it will remove all. Do anything. So this is how it should be looking at the end of the. So now we have a covered up cake that we could already go ahead and decorate. So you remember last time we did the Mother's Day decorations, the fans, the strawberry fans we could use. We could put them here. Remember how we sliced them and then we fan them like this? We could put those here like that, all around, to make it look nice and pretty. And obviously this would be also very tasty with the Now the last touch is this. This is just melted chocolate that I spread using the offset spatula all around. I put it in the fridge for at least an hour, and then we were gonna break it apart and use it as part of the decor. So I'm gonna peel it off the silicone, and we'll just go in the middle like this, and then we go and try to break it into pieces. Doesn't have to be specific you know, shapes or anything. That's the beauty of it, that when it's like not really perfect, you know. So all we have to do now, we pick whatever pieces you want. We could just stick them in the cake like this. This one is okay. I'm gonna finish decorating this, and I'm gonna show you that. I'll clean it up and I'll show you the end result of that. See you soon. Okay, so now I'm putting the final touches. You around the cake like this. We could just use any kind of you know, design you like. If you have those things, are just to give it a little bit more of a, you know, final touches, covers any imperfections, and it adds to the, you know, aesthetics of the cake. So that's it. So this is our cake for today. Like you see, it's relatively easy. We could also, like, put more. If you have more icings, you just go put more roses like that all around. I hope you give it a try. Like I said, it's doesn't need, you don't need a lot of gadgets, and it's very forgiving. You could cover your the imperfections very easily with this technique. And I hope all our seniors who are celebrating their birthdays in May have a great birthdays, and we wish them all many birthdays, many returns. Specifically, we have Vera, we have also Hazel, we have I think Norma too is celebrating her birthday this month. We wish them all well, and thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.